Yo, boys, so in this video, I want to talk about discipline. I think it's one of the most important skills that someone can have because if you don't have discipline, then there's very little in life that you can achieve on your own. And as someone, most of my life, I wasn't a disciplined person. I was really undisciplined, spending my whole free time playing video games, watching YouTube, and doing nothing really productive outside of maybe school. Like when my teacher gave me homeworks, I would do them, and those were like school tasks were the only productive tasks I would do. And I was just entirely really undisciplined. I was addicted to video games, addicted to YouTube, and not I was really doing nothing productive in my life. And I researched a lot about discipline, how to improve discipline, and for a long time I really struggled to find some valuable advice, something that would really help me. I really wish someone made like a good video talking about this. And eventually I found a video that was really helpful, a video from Hamza, where I talk about a timetable and I don't know. Yeah, it was one video he was talking about discipline, and that's the video that really helped me, that really, I would say, changed my life. So in this video, I'm just gonna like talk about what really helped me to level up my discipline, become more disciplined, and go from a kid that the only tests I would do were playing video games, watching YouTube, and now I can wake up at 4 a.m. I wake up at 4 a.m. every day. I work out first thing in the morning. I then meditate. I then take cold shower. So I do a lot of uncomfortable things, hard things that I know are gonna give me rewards in the future. And through that, you need discipline. So yeah, like the first thing is you need to see discipline as a skill that can be improved. You're not born with a certain amount of discipline that cannot be changed. No, if you work on it, you can change your discipline. You can become more disciplined. So really, if you're not disciplined right now, don't lose faith. Just know that if you work on it, like any other thing, if you work on it, it can be improved. It can definitely be improved. So because discipline is a skill, if right now you have a low level of discipline, you'll need to start with small tasks. Things that are not really that hard to do, that are just outside of your comfort zone. They're not too easy, but are also not too hard for you. So for example, if you really like me when I started, um, when I first started like really taking something more seriously. In the beginning, I was trying to like meditate, for example, for 20, 30 minutes in a go, but I wasn't disciplined enough at the time. So then I reduced the amount of um, the time I needed to meditate to see it as a success. I started meditating for like 1 minute every day, 3 minutes every day. But I just focused on doing it consistently. And something that really helped me with this is the habit tracker. I think it's one of my first habit tracker that I made. Like it's really a life changing trick, the habit tracker. Just tracking your habits, and I'm just gonna show you. So this is what it looks like, kinda. I don't really use it anymore, but I used it for like 5, 6 months straight, and that's really the trick that really changed my life. So yeah, as you can see, just write down the habits you want to like become consistent with up here, and those boxes are just like days, like day 1, 2, 3, 4, and what I did is like it looks simple. You just when I'm so for example meditated on day 1, I checked the box for meditation, and you just it's just really helpful to just see how consistent you are with your good habits, and you feel kind of it also helps you to be accountable because seeing that you haven't been able to check up the box a long time, it feels really uncomfortable. Especially, I recommend you to put your habit tracker somewhere where everyone can see it. Don't hide it. Like when I use that, I usually put it on my table, so everyone that came into the room could see it, and I could see it every day. Every time I was just sitting there, I could see. Oh, I haven't checked the box for meditation. I haven't meditated yet today. But there's a certain mindset you need with this habit tracker that's really, really life changing. It's a just show up mentality. Like it's a mindset that you may think that to check the box for working out, you would need to work out for like do 500 push-ups. But no, when I first started using the habit tracker, I allowed myself to check the box even after doing just one push-up. Because I know I wasn't that disciplined yet, and my goal was really getting consistent with it. And after a few days, I was doing 150, 200, 250 push-ups every single day. If you got first started small. So when you use the habit tracker, don't like don't tell yourself that you need to do 500 push-ups to be allowed to check the box for work, no, or meditate for 1 hour. No. When you do the bare minimum of one of your habits, you're allowed to check the box. If you meditate for like 10 seconds, you're allowed to check the box. Because the goal with the habit tracker is to really get consistent with your good habits and to slowly build up a discipline. So yeah, I really recommend you try it out because it really changed my life. Because before I started using the habit tracker, I was like working out one day and then taking like 2 weeks off. I was like meditating one day and then not meditating for like 2 months. But after I started using the habit tracker, my life just turned around. I went from being super inconsistent to being really consistent. Like the day I started using the habit tracker, I went from someone that's just really inconsistent with his good habits to meditating, gratitude journaling, working out, and reading every single day for 10 days straight. And that's a really big change. So just try it out, make your own habit tracker, and have this just so mentality. Like have this mindset that you just need to do the bare minimum to be able to check the box. And I guarantee you, if you don't have much discipline right now, it can really change your life. But the thing with the habit tracker is, I think it can just get you so far. Like at some point, after a few months, just using the habit tracker is not going to help you to improve your discipline even more. Like it's going to help you to really get consistent with the good habits and build good habits. But you need more if you really want to become a really, 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 really like really military disciplined person. And for like a few months, I just hit like after starting after starting to habit tracker, I just hit kind of a plateau. Like my discipline wasn't improving much, and that's then when I discovered routines. Like I started making my own morning routine, and then later started to plan my whole day to make my whole day into a routine, and that's really life changing. So I recommend you right now. First, try to wake up at a similar every day. It's the first task. It's really important if you really want to. I don't. There's no one that's really the disciplined person that just wakes up whatever whenever. At least have a certain block. Like you wake up, for example, between 6 and 7 a.m. That's that's already like pretty good. For me, I wake up every day at 4:30 a.m. because I like to work out before school. So just find something that a time will work for you, and then just have the mindset that you're gonna wake up at a time every day for the rest of your life. And then when you manage to wake up at the same time every day, start making your own morning routine. For me, it looks like when I wake up, the first I do is I work out. Then I go take a shower. Then I come back to my room. I stretch. Then I gratitude journal. Then I meditate. then I look at my goals. But in the beginning, it doesn't have to be that hard. Like your morning routine can be literally gratitude journaling, taking a shower, and then meditating, and then take your breakfast. You like even when morning routine, you need to start small and slowly increase. Progressively overload how hard your morning routine is, and then make your night routine. So my night routine is I brush my teeth, I then stretch, then I do some deep breathing, and then I go to bed. And if I have school the next day, I would just prepare my stuff for school, like make my bag, take out the clothes I need, and yeah. So yeah, with the morning routine and the night routine, just start small and then add some things into it. You can make it harder with time. In the beginning, just start really small, don't do much. And then, if you really want to take it to the next level, make a timetable, make your whole day into routine. Plan every single hour of your day. And I know it sounds crazy, it sounds so strict, but that's the really planning your whole day is going to help you take your discipline to the next level. And in the beginning, when I discovered making a timetable and planning a whole day, I did it in the wrong way. So the things you need is first, I want you to like visualize the best version of self, the person you want to become in the future, the best version of self, and then imagine what is he like, what are the skills that the things he's good at, what does he have. So for most people, the best version of themselves are probably really athletic and muscular. So that means in your daily routine, you want to add working out into it in your timetable, working out. And if you, for example, the best version of yourself, if you really want to like learn an instrument, then put a specific time in your day um, where you practice a certain instrument. If the best version of yourself is good at fighting, then put a certain time in your day where you train martial arts. But just make your whole day into routine. Plan your day in advance. Like I have a timetable and it looks kind of like in the morning. I already told you my morning routine. So from 4:30 to 7:30 a.m. I work out, take a shower, stretch, gratitude journal, meditate, look at my goals, eat my breakfast, and then read and then take a walk. And if I have school that day, I would just read and then I go to school. And then from 7:30 to 8:15, I read. From 8:15 um, to 10 a.m., I train martial arts, and then I take a cold shower. And then yeah, so I think you get what I'm trying to say. Like you can write down on your phone, but just make a daily routine that's gonna help you to become the person you want to become. Because when you plan your whole day, you will waste so much. Like you stop wasting so much time. You just the day will seem to go by slower. There won't be those times where you just sitting around and don't know what to do because you already planned. You know, okay, from this time to this time I do this. From this time to this time I do this, and that's extremely helpful. It's also going to be really way hard to procrastinate when you know that from, for example, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. that you're working out. It will be way harder for you to just say, oh, I'm going to do it later, because you know, okay, later I have other things to do, other tasks that are already planned. So you kind of feel more pressure to just do it in the moment, do it now. You can do it when you plan to do it. But a big mistake I made when I first started to make my own timetable was since I made it too unrealistic. So still make it like it should be kind of hard to follow, but it should also be realistic. should also be sustainable. You should be able to follow it for like have the mindset that you to make it so that you can really stay consistent with it. Don't make it too hard, but also don't make it too easy. But really just trying to plan the whole day is gonna it's just gonna make you so much more disciplined. So yeah, that was it for the video. Remember, don't run from discomfort. Chase it.